Oh shit, it's kicking in. It's kicking in. I'm tripping out, bro. We're out here, deep in the Amazon jungle of Peru, for our mystical themed workout. Our 3 sections include Psychedelics, Lucid Dreaming, and Chakras. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe and check out my book and other links in the description below. Starting off with Psychedelics, with hip warm-ups, around the world pull-ups, push-up to slider circles, and stir the pot. Take 1/8 of an ounce of magic mushrooms and warm up the hip with hip circles. Hinge the hips back and rotate around in a 360-degree rotation while tripping your balls off and holding your hips on each side. Do 20 on each side and keep your eyes out for any unicorns. After the shrooms wear off, take 10 hits of LSD and get set up for around the world pull-ups. Grab the bar, palms facing out, and retract the shoulder blades before pulling yourself up on one side in a circular motion. Bring your chin above the bar on one side and all in one motion, shift to the other side before lowering down on the side you shifted to. When back to starting position, repeat the motion coming up on the same side you started with. Keep the elbows by your side, engage the lats, and exhale up while inhaling back down. Do the same motion in the opposite direction. Take a hit of DMT right before doing push-up to slider circles. While you're experiencing ego death and unity with the universe, set up in a high plank position with both arms right under your chest and the body straight and level. Descend down, going nice and low, inhaling through the nose, then pressing up and exhale before doing a shoulder circle with one side to work the core and shoulders. After doing one 360-degree circle on that side, descend back down and repeat the same motion on the other arm. Keep a 45-degree arm angle with the elbows close to your side before exiting the alien DMT world and coming back to Earth. Finishing off our psychedelic section with stirring a pot full of ayahuasca. Book a retreat in Peru with trusted shamans and grab a stability ball to stir with and get in a 4-arm plank position and hold a fist toward the top front of the ball. Keep a neutral spine just like the push-up and have wide feet for balance. Then stir the pot of ayahuasca using only your arms one side at a time and keep the rest of the body stable without any movement other than the arms to work the core. Breathe at a consistent pace and do both sides while the ayahuasca takes you through a wild spiritual and emotional tour of your life and reveals your inner demons.
Make it stop, please. Help me, shaman. Why, God, why? Why? Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm in eternal bliss.
When I lucid dream, my consciousness tells me to do back extension crunch, isometric holds, back extension oblique, isometric holds, regular back extension, isometric holds, and clamshells.
Find the back extension and get set up to go to sleep with back extension crunch, isometric holds. Put your ankles on the pad for support and set up the angle so your glutes are rested toward the front edge of the pad. Lean back and find the most challenging point of tension. Brace the core and keep the neck looking toward the ceiling in line with the back as you dream of flying cars, childhood events, and being chased by monsters before snapping out of it and realizing you're in a dream before turning lucid. Now that you're lucid, you can explore the dream and do whatever you want. Flip on one side of your hip on the same back extension and enjoy exploring. Continue to keep the core tight, working the obliques one side at a time while sleeping. Some of the best things to do while lucid
include flying, having sex, meditating, exploring different countries, and much more. Just don't get too excited or you'll wake yourself up. Rotate around so you're now working the lower back with the thighs rested on the pad and the back of the ankles on the ankle pad. Lean forward until you find an appropriate spot to maintain. Squeeze the glutes and keep the neck looking toward the floor in line with the spine as you breathe deep and hold. Before you wake up, finish off with clamshells lying on the floor to work the glutes. Wrap a resistance band above your knees, lie on your side, and bend the knees. Abduct the knee and leg on top while keeping the feet stacked to properly work the glutes and outer thighs. Keep tension by not going too low when coming back down. Exhale when abducting up, inhaling when adducting down. Then wake up and journal your dreams before you forget them.
I'm opening my chakras with the goddess, camel, crow, and shoulder pose.
Starting off our chakra section with the goddess pose, working on our root chakra muscles to work on legs and our basic needs, including safety, security, and stability. Get in a wide stance with the feet and point the toes out to the side. Have your arms up in the air like you're praying, and squat down, driving the hips back with the pressure on the heels. Keep the knees in line with the toes, the back and neck straight, and breathe deep while holding. Moving on to our heart chakra with the camel pose, working on our self-love, love for others, and relationship muscles as you start resting on your knees and ankles hip distance apart. Then shift your hips forward and expand your chest up, and slowly grab your feet with your hands as you arch the back simultaneously. Drop the head back and hold the pose until your love for the universe penetrates so deeply you melt into a sea of infinite love. When you come back to earth, gently go back to starting position to keep it safe on the spine. Next is our speaking and communication muscles with the crow pose to work on the throat chakra. Squat down with your feet wide apart and the knees pointed outward. Reach your arms in front of you and place your hands on the floor directly below your shoulders with the fingers spread out. Knees are rested on the back of your upper arms. Focus your eyes on a point in front of your body so the head is slightly tilted up, and shift your weight forward so that your feet start to slowly lift off the ground as your hands and fingertips keep you balanced. Hold the pose as long as possible, then slowly come back to starting position with the feet back on the floor. Finishing off our chakra section with the supported shoulder pose to connect with our highest consciousness and divine spirit. Lie on your back and bring your knees to your chest, leaving your hands on the floor by your hips and your elbows by your side. Press your hands on the ground to lift your hips off the floor, then move your hands to your lower back and rest on your shoulders. Finally, extending your legs straight up and hold until reaching ultimate ego death and bask in a state of infinite bliss before repeating the motions in reverse and coming back down.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe in this dimension and the next.